Hey everyone, we're here today. We're here to look at Chris's HG Holden Premier. This thing's going to be awesome, so let's go take a look.
All right, hey everyone. So today I'm here with Chris. Now, Chris, welcome.
Thank you, Dan. It's good to have you.
Yeah, mate. Now, we've known each other for a little while, so I've seen this car in various stages of the build over the years, but we're going to have a closer look today because she's running it on the road, I believe.
It's a goer. It's a goer, finally.
Yeah, nice. So, HG Premier?
Yep, 71 HG Premier.
And how long have you had it, and where did you pick it up from?
I've had it, I was trying to work it out actually, probably 16 years, something like that. So I needed a car to get from A to B. Okay. I think that's how I sold it anyway to the boss. But
yeah, nice.
Found this, not like this, but found it down in Bunbury. $2.5 grand, would you believe? Still regoed, running, but at 186 and Tri-matic and the old bango in the back. So.
And even back in those days, that's a reasonable price to pay. Yeah, like
100%. Yeah.
So how bad was it? Was it rusty? Like, I mean, I know you've still got a little bit of bodywork to go. We'll talk about that later. But how bad was it when you picked it up? Did you need to do anything major to it?
Nothing straight away, pretty much. As you see it now is as it was, but full poppy spec, really. You know what I mean? So just the standard rims, the cheese cutters. Like I said, 186. And still got the old sun shield up there as well.
Yeah,
so,
I reckon you should put that back on myself.
I'm definitely not getting rid of it, that's for sure.
So you said you bought it as a daily driver. So how long did that take place before you actually did something different with it? Or
6 years, 7 years, I suppose. Just cruised along with it. Little bits and pieces that you do, like the suspension rubbers and some new tread and whatnot. But pretty much, that was it. Just chucked fuel in it. Just cruised around. But, yeah.
And then the decision was made at some point to put a bit of work into it? Because
I guess slow process. I'm a bit of a marketplace fiend, to be honest. Over the space of probably 5 years, I rounded up all the bits and pieces. So, the engine that's in it was a gumtree special. So $200 came with the engine stand as well.
Nice.
Tri-matic that's in it, got that from a guy from Mandra.
Yep.
And bits and pieces from all around the joint. So I didn't want to have it off the road. So I wanted to minimise that time as much as I could. So I just amassed all the bits and pieces in the background. The thing in itself, jamming them in a house block. But
cars take up a lot of room when they're in bits.
Yeah, 100%. So and then when I got to that point, it's like, right, it's go time.
No worries. So what was the inspiration, the plan? Like, I mean, what's your end goal with this? Because I know you still got things that you want to do.
Well, depends which end goal. The original end goal. The original end goal is pretty much how you see it, like 308. Just reasonable drivetrain. Something that sounds good, looks good. I guess probably reliving the youth a bit. There's a lot of my 90s bits and pieces on here that I had on other cars.
Yeah, the wheels are very period correct to that.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, so there's that, the tramp rods and all those bits and pieces. So they go back to cars that I had when I was growing up as well. So
nice.
I think that's pretty much it, really.
And that's where it all started, was it? Just the tinkering with cars? You've had a few over the years?
Oh, yeah. Those stories of regret, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's
two-door
Tiranas, there's EK Utes, EK panel bands, XE Falcons, all the usual.
All right, so as far as bodywork goes, it looks fairly original, untouched, bar of polish, maybe?
Yeah, so that's pretty much all I've done is polish, a little bit of clear on some spots, but that's as I bought it. I think it's definitely had a respray at some stage. The paint
but not in the time that you've had it?
No, not in the time that I've had it. Pretty much just...
it's just got all the usual wear marks and bits and pieces on it, doesn't it?
Usual spots as well. A bit of rust, a bit of cancer in the bottom of the doors. There's a bit in the seals and the spare wheel. The bottom of that spare wheel always rots out. But
that's not too bad. Is everything else reasonably solid?
Underneath, look, when I pulled all the interior out, and then when I did the underneath, I was a bit nervous, to be honest. I knew there was a pinhole in the driver's floor.
Yep.
So I wheeled it out onto the driveway, got it up on blocks and axle stands and dived under there, and it was mint. Like
nice.
Absolutely like rock solid floor. Got under there, pressure cleaned it all down. It was just I was amazed. I was blown away by it. Yeah, next stage.
The next stage.
Yeah.
Which brings you to a bit of a conundrum, doesn't it?
There's the next stage could be one of two places, pretty much. So there's the responsible me says I should tip the next bits of coin into the rust, paint and panel, right? But then there's the kind of Yahoo me that says I should
Yeah, I keep looking at that as well.
tip it into that.
Yeah, all right, I'll put a shot of that up while we're talking about this.
So I don't know, like it's kind of a now or never thing of the Supercharger. So. And probably about equal cost.
Equal cost wise, yeah, to set them all up, yeah.
Do I panel and paint or do I engine? So yeah, that one's. It's definitely leaning biased that way. I'll give you the tip right now. Ever since, like I say, back to the 90s, all the cars I've had, it was always a Supercharger. Like it's just always loved them, love the sound of them. Obviously, love what they do.
Yeah.
It's just like gotta. To be this close, I think it's probably got to happen. You know?
Yeah. No, that's it. No, fantastic, mate. Well, while it's still in there, let's go have a look at the motor that's in there now.
Too easy, righto.
Cool.
You'll have to lean on the bonnet for me.
Oh, you know,
it's a bit tight.
Cool.
There she is.
Awesome.
So 308, kind of a bit of an unknown on the internals.
Okay.
It was actually a gumtree engine, bought off Gumtree. Probably 6 years ago. Similar deal like with the transmission. Bought it off Gumtree about 6 years ago. Picked it up, sat beside the house there for 5 or 6 years.
Okay.
And then my mate, the mechanic, shout out later on to him for all his work on this one. But we were struggling with one of the other engines we were trying to get together, so ended up with like, right, get this one out.
Yeah, because I think that's the last time I heard about what you guys were up to. You were putting an engine together. So
Yeah, yep.
Yeah. So this one you found, and did you have to pull heads off and look at it or anything? Or was
I just had a quick look, nothing too serious, and looked
cool.
like, look, yep, reasonable enough.
For a 308 these days, that's pretty good because it's getting hard. They're getting harder and harder to find in good nick.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Rounded up a sump, new intake manifold, bits and pieces, and then here we are.
Yeah, nice. And it's just tidy. I like the satin black on the bay. All the shiny bits sit on that really nicely, don't they?
Absolutely, and actually, big. Once again, old mate up the road there, the mechanic. He's a lover of black. I'll tend to go more for colours, but the gloss black engine, satin black engine bay. It's just and a little bit easier to keep as well.
Yeah, and you brought a bit of the colour back in with your caps and bits and pieces there. So
that's 11 o'clock at night kind of moment. That one.
Okay.
bought the blanking plates off eBay, and they were black. Never intended to do these little bits, and I had some match-up cans laying around. So then, one too many at the bench, and started spraying bits and pieces, and here we are. Yeah,
well,
worked out all right.
Mate, I reckon it actually worked out pretty good. So,
it's pretty good.
The gearbox.
Yeah, Tri-matic. Threw that at Wangara Automatics there, and I think it's probably what you'd call stage 2. So it's got a bit of work done into it, not fully manualised, but he beefed it up, went right through it. And 10 bolt, so same deal.
WS, Gumtree,
Marketplace.
Oh, Marketplace, sorry.
Yeah. It came, there was a 1 tonner chassis down in Byford somewhere, $400 chassis. It came with diff and the whole lot. Ripped down there, whipped the diff out of it, sold the chassis for $300, and it was only like a 3-day turnaround. That was gone. So
that they bolt straight in, do they?
Yeah. Yep.
So you didn't have to change any amounts or anything like that? Okay.
It's all good.
That's interesting to know. I didn't know that they crossed over to these. Yeah. These crossed over to them, whichever way it goes.
Width-wise is dicey. Like, it was close, but I ended up getting it shortened.
Oh, you did, yeah. Okay.
So I could get some decent boots under it.
It's got that sort of that street build feel of the 80s sort of 90s to me. You know what I mean? That not built to look too pretty, but you're hitting it in all the right spots, in my opinion.
There's enough.
Yeah.
Normally the braided hoses, right?
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. I might. We'll see.
They all carry water.
Yeah, true.
All right, well, let's go around and have a look at the trim.
Too easy.
See
the trim.
You see what your dodgy old mate did in there.
Yeah.
There we are. Can you hear that fuel pump now?
There we go. That'll do it.
Whee.
All the door cards, original door cards, back seat, original back seat, just tidied up a bit, as in just a good clean. But yeah, hood lining, door cards and everything are original.
Yeah, she's in very good condition for its age, isn't it?
It's-
Like I can see, there's a couple of splits here and there. There's a couple of bits and pieces, but it's nothing that's detracting from it just looking tidy, is it?
Yeah. And then there's these bucket seats in the front here.
Yeah, yeah.
So once again, Marketplace. Had them for about 7 years. I think they were out of a HR or something like that. Bought them for $300. Probably shouldn't be saying all these prices in case the missus watches this. So.
That's right. It sounds like it was long enough ago. You bought this stuff, you get a bargain, mate.
Absolutely. So
yeah, but the low back seats, I really like the low backs. You know what I mean? They just give that, for me as a trimmer, they just give that beautiful view through the whole car.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Non-original console, obviously. That was out of a Q. I got that from Inaloo somewhere and just refurbed it all myself, colour coded it. And
Nice.
once again,
Old trimmer.
the old trimmer there.
If no one's guessed yet, it was me.
This guy, awesome job on the seats. Highly recommended.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic in here, mate. So steering wheel looks like it's. You're going to try and give that a bit of a repaint.
I'm trying to find a cover. I had a cover
Okay.
which matched all the interior and everything. It disappeared on me, so I'm just living with it for now. Find a set of mats, I reckon, and that's about it. And
Father's Day, mate.
nice, good call. Good call. Yep, absolutely.
Well, let's go and have a look around the back end and see what's
Alrighty.
going on around there.
Too easy.
All right, so you've already mentioned the 10-bolt diff.
Yep.
Now I stuck my head underneath conveniently, or you put it up on a
Yeah,
level
it's
for us. But I see the really clean exhaust system under there. Nice fuel pump setup, the tramp rods and everything. It just, again, it looks like, for me, all the right places are being looked after, you know?
And that's what it was all about, right? Like you go back to that 90s kind of area for me was those little bits and pieces.
Yeah.
Tramp rods. Yep. Did we really use them? Nah. Jesus Christ, they look good, you know.
Yeah,
what I
that's
mean?
it. Yeah.
But nah, exhaust, once again, shout out to old mate up the road, up the hill there. Just absolute legendary job on that. Bent it all up, fabbed it all up himself. And that's actually, it's all set to suit the Supercharger engine as well. So a lot of what we've done through this drive line, this engine's just basically just testing the drive line and everything up, right? So once we get all that sorted, the exhaust's ready to go to take that. The ignition system, everything on there is all be good enough to suit the Supercharger engine, etc., etc. So
Yeah, we didn't touch on the ignition system. So was it the ICE system you've got in this one?
yeah. So all that, as we've gone through, anything we could put in and leave in to suit the Supercharger engine, that's what we've gone with. So
Just future-proofing it a little bit.
100%.
Yeah, it's better than doing things twice, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So
All right, so other than this, you've got a few other little toys down the back, and bits and pieces, some memorabilia and some other creative projects. So let's go check out some of those. All right, mate, so like a lot of people that we meet, you've done all this in your shed yourself, mostly?
majority of it, yeah.
I mean, apart from, we've talked about old mate up the road, giving you a hand with your running gear and that sort of thing.
The mystery mechanic, I think we're calling him now.
Yeah, mystery mechanic. You'll get a chuckle out of that.
Yeah, majority of it. So I got photos originally. This thing nosed in, pulling the engine out in here.
Yeah.
Gutted all the interior, redid all the interior, all the floors and everything in here and whatnot.
So
yeah, majority of it.
Yeah, and it's a modest workspace. You know, people don't need a lot, do they? You don't need all the fancy stuff, do you?
Nah,
I mean, it makes it easier sometimes, but you don't need to go overboard, eh?
No, that's right. I mean, there's one issue. There's some lady likes to park her car in here, which takes up a bit of space, but you know, whatever. We let that go.
So this is what you think about when you close your eyes and go to sleep at night, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. 671.
Yep.
Twin 850s. So a bit of history about this one. It's actually off Solid, a C10 Chevy.
Okay.
Black C10 Chevy. So
Righto. So Solid was its name. It was a show truck or something, was it? Or?
yeah, burnout truck.
Okay.
Set up currently for £14.
Yep.
We won't be going to that
No, that's a fair bit.
rate. So yeah, that's stage 2, pretty much.
So is that the engine you're going to use underneath it?
This is it here. So
That's
this is
the block there? Okay.
Virgin Block 308.
Righto, yeah.
that I snagged up.
How Virgin Block 308.
Yes.
Don't say that too loud,
much.
mate. You'll have people banging your door down.
I know, right? So yeah, got it from a couple of old drag racing dudes down in Rockingham.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's the base.
Awesome.
Yeah. I don't want to drag it. I don't do anything crazy, so probably just going to run it around the 4 or 5 pound mark.
Yeah, sweet.
Just look the goods.
Yeah, that's it,
Sound
mate.
good.
Now, you've got something that you're calling the barbecue.
The barbecue, yeah.
Well, let's go check it out.
Righto, let's do it. So, twin, pretty much identical front end, HG Premier front end.
Sweet, man.
Got the globe lines as well. So basically, line it up.
Oh, nice. Oh, you even got wheels so you can move it around.
Yep, yeah. So all the wheels are fully functioning. The old Yoki's on there.
No, that's really cool. I love it that it's the same colour, same wheels, same front end. I like that it's a little clone. Oh yeah, right. And now you're just getting full fancy, mate. Look at this.
In true over-engineering fashion. I've seen a lot of them where they're just settled in, just sat in there. But I was like, well, nah, there's got to be a way to make it work, right? So,
I love it.
and of course, it had to be workable. So if you stand here, like you can actually.
I did think that when you first opened it. Oh, it's down in there. You could use it, but it's down in there, and then look at that.
As you can see, it's well used. It's Saturday, Sunday morning, brekkie.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That is such a cool feature. So you've just got a battery back there that runs it all.
Battery just runs off a little solar panel.
And there's your bottle all tucked away in there.
Single leg actuator.
Yep.
And that actually it's the guts out of a transmission lifter. Got the LED lights in it.
Oh yeah. So they work.
Yeah, they work. Yeah, we've got the app on the phone, so you fire them up, and they go through whatever colours and whatnot. So
cool, man. Awesome. Now, I also believe you've got a shed where you like to go and sit quietly.
I do have a shed. Yes.
Well, let's go and check that little space out.
Look at that one. Right, down here.
Cool. Oh yeah, cheeky dirt bike just sitting over there in the corner.
Yeah. Cheeky YZ.
Why is that? Oh yeah, 250.
Yeah, 86 model.
Yep, cool. So is that something you've had for a long time as well, or not?
4 years or something, I think.
Okay, yeah. So it's not something that you've had from your childhood. Or
No.
anything? Yeah.
Oh, that was the era, all right. 86 was cut my teeth on the dirt bikes, but these ones pick them up at the swap meets. There's quite a few in there actually that were mine when I was a kid. So there's quite a few. Very old.
Man, but it's a cool collection. It doesn't matter that they're not in the box and all that stuff. I hate that stuff, man.
My daughter had a friend over one afternoon. I couldn't work out where they were, and they were sitting in the pods, just enjoying it for what it is, right?
Yeah, and like I say, you got a little bit of a workspace on this side, so come down here and just do the quieter, smaller jobs.
Well, the balance is tipping, right? It started off as like the YZ got rebuilt in here, and a few other bits and pieces, the kids' quad bikes. So, but now it's kind of everything's getting pushed around, to the work gets done in this corner.
Okay, so the little collection's taking over. Yeah. Well, there's nothing wrong with that, I don't think.
Wow.
I like this old bench. It looks like it's seen a bit of work.
Yeah. Mum and the old boy had a farm for about 20 years down out of Albany.
Yeah.
This was there before they got it. So
wow. So someone chopped it out of the bush a long time ago then?
Yeah. A couple of things we still haven't even been able to, no one's been able to identify these yet. So.
Okay. Oh, awesome. I love this stuff. Can you identify this?
But I'm not sure if we actually want to know. It looks painful.
Ooh, yeah.
Know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What would you use those
I don't know.
Like there's something that cups something round and a blade. Yeah. So as a man...
as a man, I twitch every time they get
squeamish.
unlatched, 100%.
So if anyone knows what that is, comment below.
Yeah. Check this out.
Oh, these things. Oh, yeah, wow, they're old school.
Foamies.
Yep.
Like, yeah. Another swap meet bargain, there's like $5 or something.
Yeah, right. And they're just cool, aren't they? Like,
you can't leave them behind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, look at that. Wow. That's some old school, old
set
stock.
of Marlows, HT fenders, mud guards. What's that? $4.75. Mad, eh?
Oh, it's ridiculous, isn't it?
All required equipment, obviously. You know?
Oh, of course, mate.
Can't go without it.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you reckon about going for a bit of a cruise?
Absolutely.
So no power steering, mate?
No power steering, it's all done up here.
Yeah, that's it.
We've got two 3.5s on the front at the moment, two 4.5s on the back, but I've rolled the guards, but they're still just catching every now and then. So
yeah, fair enough.
Once again, I might have to delete this off the video so the boss doesn't see it. But yeah, instead of two 2.5s coming tomorrow for it.
No worries, man. Man, she's pretty quiet, hey, and smooth. You know, it's just nice, isn't it?
It's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, it shifts along nicely.
Yeah. So Sunday drives for this yet, or are you still kind of working through a few things?
I'm still getting comfortable, so we're Sundays shoot over to Wanneroo swap meet there.
Yeah.
And then bunning strips, absolutely.
Probably a little bit young to get into this stuff yet, but does he come out and tinker in the shed with you? And
yeah,
I know you've got a daughter as well. Does she come out and help out?
My daughter's out there 100%, yeah. And the
yeah,
young
wicked.
fella,
Yeah.
yeah. The young fella loves getting dropped off to school in this.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got a real crackle to it, doesn't it?
It crackles and burbles and carries on.
All right, Chris, thanks so much for having us out, mate, and showing us your ride and where you're up to with this build.
Pleasure. Thanks for coming out.
Yeah, no problems at all.
100%. It's been good.
No, absolutely love it. And your barbecue, man, that is next level barbecue. So I absolutely love that that's got the mechanism inside it and everything. That's just, that polishes it off for me. So I love your creativity, man, and I can't wait to see your next step with this. Thanks so much.
Too easy. Thank you.
All right, cheers.